Hey guys, it's Lindsay from Perfectly Bookish 5, and for this author spotlight, I'm going to be talking about Marissa Meyer. On February 13th, Marissa had a new book release called With a Little Luck. This is book 2 in the series following Instant Karma, and I thought it would just be fun to talk about some of Marissa's books. In Instant Karma, our main character is an overachiever and she looks down upon her classmates who she thinks as lazy. Then one night she wakes up and she has the ability to put karma onto those she thinks needs it. And through this ability, she actually ends up linking with another classmate that she thinks about in a particular way, but ends up learning a lot more about him and herself through the process. So this is the first book, and it was cool. When I got this book, I had pre-ordered it, and it came with a pin and also a postcard. So pre-order incentives are always fun. The book that introduced me to Marissa was Cinder. This is book 1 in the Lunar Chronicles series. We have a cyborg. She has a leg that is metal. You can see it kind of portrayed here in the picture, and she was adopted. Her adoptive father had passed away, and he's the one who brought her into the home, and her stepmother treats her really bad. So kind of like a Cinderella retelling here. There's a prince and there's all these other things going on the planet, and something happens and she ends up crossing paths with the royal kingdom. After Cinder, we have, sorry, they're right here on my bookshelf, we have Scarlet, then we have Cress, next we have Winter. So there are 4 books to the series, and then there are 2 different novellas. We have Stars Above, which is a whole bunch of short stories to go with the Lunar Chronicles, and then we have Fairest, which follows the evil queen. So each one of these books follows a different fairy tale, and it is a really good series. It's a lot of fun. Every time when you meet a new character, you still get the sprinklings of the other characters you just read about throughout the whole series, because they all come together to try to help save their planet. There are 2 spin-off graphic novels to go with the Lunar Chronicles. It's Wires and Nerve, volumes 1 and 2. And in these stories, you follow Aiko. Aiko is Cinder's robot friend. And these are really fun because I loved Aiko in the series, and I like graphic novels as well. So I really appreciated that Marissa wrote these books and gave us an insight into a character that I'm sure she figured out all her fans loved, and we just got to see a little bit more of that character. A standalone of Marissa's is Heartless. This is an interesting retelling on Alice in Wonderland, but it follows the queen. And I thought it was interesting following the queen because you got her backstory as to why she is the evil queen of hearts. And there's a lot of stuff that goes on in this book that's like, okay, I see why she kind of went a little mad and was evil and started taking out her aggressions on certain people. As you can see, Marissa likes writing some retellings for different fairy tales, which, coming up next, I only own book 2. This is Cursed. Book 1 is Gilded, and these books are Rumpelstiltskin retelling. I really liked the adventure and action in the first book. I just haven't continued the series yet, but if this one is as good as the first, I know I'm going to enjoy it. The series of Marissa's that I don't own, but I have read all of them. We have Renegades, Arch Enemies, and Supernova. And this is a fun story about superheroes. We have the good guys, and then of course we have the bad guys. Nova grows up in a family where, well, a found family, because her family was murdered. And she is with the villains, and she wants to get back at the superheroes. So to become a superhero, or to get in their program, you go through these trials. They check out your abilities. If you make it through all this stuff, then you get into their program. And Nova has the ability not to sleep. She has a reputation as a villain, but of course no one knows who she is. She keeps the villainous side of her a secret through what she wears, and she is able to make it into the Heroes Club. And through there, she tries to destroy them from within. But then with the other character, main character that we have, she is learning some different things, and she's starting to get different perspectives on what she once thought. Now, the way that Supernova ended, I hope Marissa in the future decides to do a spin-off of that, because the way she ended it actually has me having more questions than answers. So Marissa, if you're watching, please continue. I know she's made some comments on it before about revisiting and not revisiting, but I know your readers would love to read. Well, I can't say anything because I don't want to give anything away, but I know your readers would love to read up on that. I actually had the opportunity to meet Marissa when she came to my hometown for her Renegades tour. Well, it was for the Renegades series, but I think it was for book 2 when she stopped by, and she's just such a nice person. I loved her talk, and it was nice meeting her in the signing line. Unfortunately, my friend and I went out for dinner before the signing, and I had this lobster bisque soup, and I got extreme food poisoning. So even though it was fun being there, I was miserable the whole entire time. I even had to miss work the next day. Like, I tried going to work and I threw up in my car. So it was just so bad. And that's how I remember my experience with Marissa. But like I said, I made it through. It was so fun, great person, and I'm going to have to finish Cursed and then hop on to With a Little Luck. But if you haven't given Marissa a try, I definitely would. I would either start with Cinder or Renegades, just my personal opinion. But let me know if you have ever read Marissa and what your favorite books of hers are if you have read her. See you later. Bye.